Conceive of entering a league that is dotted with greats and not only surviving but breaking all records and winning the admiration of the most valuable players. This is exactly how Caitlin Clark has performed in her debut season, and today we are inquiring into the reasons why WNBA legends the likes of Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, and Diana Taurasi are throwing bouquets at the mention of her name. So keep watching, because what Caitlin Clark is doing is nothing short of amazing. Many more. Phenomenal is the word for this. Caitlin Clark has wowed and surprised everyone in the WNBA, including the fans, and not surprisingly, coming former WNBA MVPs are pinning up to compliment this young lady. The moment that legends Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker begin tweeting about a rookie, you know something is brewing in the air. It is not surprising that Leslie, who is regarded as a trailblazer of women basketball and a novel Hall of Famer, went on online platforms to explain the extent to which Clark would be able to adjust to the WNBA within a short period of time. She is indeed playing superbly, but other turn at best should not let anybody think that because they are only a rookie, to say the least. Endorsement from a figure of such an importance, says Leslie, gives an indication of the caliber and capacity that Clark possesses. But it's not only Lisa Leslie who's got her eye on Clark. Breanna Stewart, another MVP and one of the most accomplished players in the league, has expressed her appreciation of Clark's fierce competitiveness in a few interviews. Stewart, who knows what it takes to be a champion, described how Clark impressed her with her strong will and remarkable abilities. In Stewart's words, Clark possesses a very stoic fighting spirit that every champion has the thirst to want to win, no matter how little the room for winning seems. Tina Charles, who has a reputation for her leadership and for being a positive figure on and off the court, emphasized the wave of energy that Clark brings to the league. In this way, Charles said that it was refreshing to have Clark in the league, as she has brought a new wave of enthusiasm to the WNBA. It's remarkable for Iraq key to make such a deep impact on the culture of the league, something which awesomely tells how much Clark is able to influence those around her. In light of these sentiments from what would be the MVPs, it can be deduced that Clark is not one of those beginners who only have a small impact. Rather, she is a key player who is capable of altering the WNBA history further. Forecasting Caitlin Clark's rise to prominence from the monitoring of her rather ordinary rookie season may seem indulgent, however accurately predicting the enormity of a season just played in the WNBA. During the coveted year, Clark broke multiple records, with her rookie scoring record coming in as a staggering total of 761 points. This is not me earlier record, rather it is a competitiveness mantra. Clark has come to rule the game, and this few would have conformed to raising the expectations, setting out to accomplish a goal only starting to think about once a record with such encourages aspiring basketball players is inept and impossible. There is skill, consistency, mental toughness, all of these try. It's Clark is put on for show with a perfect completion rate. Each game is started for all the points scored, and this has been proved among her peers. Scoring skill seems to be market unstoppable. Rather, it is raising the new level for a rookie playing within the trade like never before. It is worth noting that the value of this record goes beyond mere amounts that can be quantified. It is more of what it means for the growth of women's basketball. The way Clark can simply score the ball has changed how defenses operate, and it is evident that she is changing the game for a young point guard in the league. These are not simply great games, they are great games for a young athlete, and in fact they transform the athlete. Besides, the long-range shooting skill of Clark is being measures with those of the best scores of the WNBA. To break a rookie record is to place oneself amongst the greats of the sport, and that is exactly what Clark is doing. While performing at such a steep gradation of these quarters, she is doing what her predecessors majority only dream of achieving, making history for the majority of first-year players and ring the league. Joining the WNBA for the first time is further a struggle. The speed of the game, its contact and its level of collation is to an extent what very few players have been used to, but Caitlin Clark has done that with such great ease that some of the most renowned ex-players and present players of the WNBA like Lisa Leslie and Breanna Stewart have declared a raising level of efficiency over the years. The former basketball player and a Hall of Famer Leslie has seen a number of players in and out of the arena. Leslie tweet about Clark's adjustment was not mere flattery of the player's abilities, it was rather admission of an extraordinary being. Leslie lauded that Clark has adjusted into the league exactly how it is supposed to be played, with such calmness and self-assurance that belied a rookie. Such a stamp of approval from a true great as Leslie is quite hard to come by, and further demonstrates why Clark is highly rated. It's not simply about what she does in terms of scoring or looking at her statistics or statics, rather the attitude that she possesses when she is on the court. Clark has a level of compose You're in a sense of the game that is normally characteristic of seasoned basketball players. It is clear from the fact that a greenhorn has earned a measure of respect from a Hall of Famer what this girl is up to. Breanna Stewart, another of the WNBA, is MBPS, who has met success head-on, and her league relayed less least thinking. Stewart, who is highly competitive and has won national championships, praised Clark's clutch. Jean Stewart observed that Clark does not simply participate in the game, she plays it, be at a basket in the dying seconds or a critical defensive play at a crucial juncture. Clark has proved that she can handle the pressure, whereas for Stewart this endorsement is particularly meaningful as it is from a player who appreciates what it takes to See for Stewart, saying that Clark has great mechanics is not merely flattery, it is an endorsement of everything that Clark has been working towards. It's a signal that unlike most rookie great, Clark is capable of reaching legendary heights like Stewart. Clark's impact is not limited to her individual contribution only. She has become a game changer not only for her own team, but for players across the league as well. She is passionate about the sport, and this is making an impact all the way to the arenas, the players' knees, and to the houses in every corner of the Republic. Every time Clark steps on the court, there is an electricity in the air that has been quite refreshing to grow in fans and the players. Such exuberance can also be highlighted in relations with her peers, given the pressures and the demands that come with being an active member of a professional sports league such as this one. During their rookie year, Clark is surprising. Instead of most of her aging colleagues, it is not all about her, she is considering the entire league and its success. All these attributes and team-oriented views are some of the simple reasons why most of the old guards have decided to stand up for another marking figure in the WNBA. Candace Parker has complimented Clark in relation to his influence on basketball in general. As Parker explains, Clark is more than just another gifted athlete, she is an achievement. Women's sporting culture as a whole is being altered as a result of Parker's appraisal of color 6 influence in the US and internationally. Clark is helping women's basketball reach new heights in the professional sport of the wider world. Sportsmanship is often drowned with rivalry and cutthroat competition. Regardless, with Clark joining the WNBA, it seems that the time of the legendary players in the league has been gifted a rare occurrence of peace and Sky's former MBPS and current stars, people whom perfection within the created context of this work is their last name, have shut down Clark adoration bandwagon to appreciate her talent. This development, as warming as it may seem, is abnormal. An active sport, one player who considered herself retired but is regarded as the face of the WNBA had no reason to do it. Ironically, Diana Taurasi was especially pleased with Clark to some degree to write these endorsement is important not only due to her position within the league. It is not surprising to say that Diana Taurasi was there at the foundation of the WNBA, so it would mean a lot for her to acknowledge even the possibilities of Clark. Taurasi is not the only one who respects this newcomer. Legends like Tina Charles and Candace Parker have also poured the same sentiments to Clark. This adoration from these players is relative. It is not just about respect but appreciation for what Clark has done and how she goes about her business for them and finalized. And Clark, they see that same love and want to help her as she starts her career. This collective reverence from these WNBA legends also demonstrates the great attribute of women's basketball, the aspect of leadership and cooperation. In most other sporting activities, competition is often accompanied by enmity, but this is different in the WNBA. It has nurtured an atmosphere of upliftment and encouragement.